Hello there. I'm Justin Wilson. Although it has been 25 years since my first cooking shows ran on television, I think you'll be happy to find that dishes I cooked back then work just as well today. For one thing, I've always preferred cooking with olive oil, which tastes good, is low in cholesterol, and is not greasy. Sometimes my recipe called for olive oil in the bottom of the pan. That's to add flavor, and it's good for you. Cooking trends may change every few years, but since folks discovered how delicious Cajun dishes are, something we've known in South Louisiana for a very long time, Cajun cooking has taken its rightful place among classic American cooking traditions. Nothing could be more traditional in Cajun kitchens than oyster chowder and barbecued crabs, made from fresh seafood caught in the Gulf of Mexico. That's what you're going to see on today's show for Mississippi Educational TV. Have you enjoyed? Southern wine that needs just a little bit of salt. You got to admit that pretty young. Oh, wait a minute. You know I forgot the most important thing? Yes. Oh, it's looking good. I guarantee that's a fine one. Ooh, boy. How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee. You know, I always like to start these things off with the story, and we're chopping up the various things we're going to put into one of the dishes we're going to cook today. It made me think about these two friends with me who live down near Prairieville, down near where I live, about 9 miles from where I live. And they both got a garden that they plant in cahoot with each other. You know, that's together. You know, that's a partnership cahoot. And they were just getting ready to plant it one time, and it started to rain, like it's been raining around here, you know, for the last few days. And it rained, and they got one plow mule that they used between them. And they looked at that old mule out there standing around there in that rain, and one of them say, you know, we ought to have a stable for them mule because he gonna catch pneumonia or something out there, and we got a good mule you trained to plow is hard to get. He say, yeah, you know that's the truth. We better did. You got some old scrap lumber? He say, yeah, I got some too. He say, well, soon as it stop raining, let's make a stable and put him on that, a barn. So they wait till it stop raining, they go out there and they build one of them, how you call stable, a stall with a shed and everything, and they go get them old mule. One of them say, I'll go get him. So he got his rope and he went and got him, put him on that mule's neck, brought him up there. Thought they took him in that stable, and they built the door real low, and that old mule started going to hit his ears on that door, and he back off real fast. One of them said, look at that, you know something? We're going to have to trim that mule's ears. That door just a little bit too long to go in them door. One of them say, you know, you rat, you got a straight razor? He said, oh, yeah. He said, go get, I got some axle grease, and we'll trim them ears right now. Well, he go get his straight razor, and the other one go get his axle grease, and he brought it back there. And they get the mule, and one of them got that mule about a year biting on it, trying to make him stay still. And one of them nephew walk up. He said, what y'all trying to do there, huh? Oh, he said, this mule's ears is too long for them door to go in there, and we're going to trim his ears a little bit so he can go in there. Nephew said, well, wait just a minute, all you got to do is just dig a little hole. They said, well, thank you very much. And he walk off. He get out of earshot there, and his uncle say, you know, that's a good boy. He's been to Mississippi State now for 4 years. And they don't taught him you got to dig a, you ain't got to dig no hole to trim a mule's ears, I'll guarantee. Now, what we're gonna do, today we're gonna cook oyster chowder and barbecue crab. That's what we're gonna do. The first thing I'm going to do is show you something about crab. A lot of people don't know these sort of things about crab, but being raised up down there in South Louisiana, where I'm from, us Cajun, you know, live down there, we found out all kind of things about crab. Now, there's two crab. One of them's a female crab. That's a female. And one is a male crab. That's a male crab. I'm going to take these over there to the sink. The difference is, you see, they both look the same on the top. Let me show you. Both look the same on that side. You see that? But we turn them crab over, And they're different. That's a female, that's a male, right there. I'm gonna show you how we clean that too. Go over here to the sink and get that did right quick like. Take them knives so I don't have to get my hand too, scratch up like you can did. Then I haul off there and take, now that's crab fat there. It's good. But we're not gonna use it. I mean, it's a shame to have to waste these claws. We don't use them in what we're gonna do now too, you know. We're just gonna took them claw off and we clean, that is the lung. The lung of the crab, they call it the dead man. You could eat that too, it wouldn't hurt you. But it doesn't have as good a flavor as the rest of the crab. We take that off. Then we take the feeler. And when the crab are like this, we froze these crab instead of boil them a little bit. You can kill them either way. We take them feeler off and we don't want to lose none of that meat, so we twist them a little bit. So we don't lose any of the meat what's in the crab. Because that meat's kind of hard to get in on a crab, you know that. So now, we got that one's most clean. We take this out. And we're going to rinse it off just at least a little bit. Now, that's one crab I don't clean. No use in me cleaning two. You can tell how to clean that, but what I'm going to do is just chop this down the middle. And I'm going to use that one, cook him too. I'll guarantee I'm going to cook him. Now we put him on there like that. And we mix up a little something in the paper bag sack, what we got here. Now you notice I got two bags. That's because they get a little juice on that from them crab, and it'll go through the sack, and we don't want it to did that. Let me tell you about this barbecue crab. I tried to find out that recipe, I know, for 3 years. In Lafayette, I'd go to the man's place and I'd eat them crab and I'd say, I'd love to see you cook them crab. No, that's a house secret. We're not going to show you that. So what I did, I said, my friend, what you need to do is have a few drink with me. And he had a few drink with me. Must have cost me a fortune. Must have cost me at least $3,000 to get him drunk enough full time to get the recipe from him. And then when I got the recipe, it's so simple. He ain't barbecued nothing. He ain't got no fire. I wanted to see him see where they started the fire. It wouldn't show me nothing. But when I finally got that, all it is just what I'm going to show you. That's chili powder, a half a cup of chili powder. Put her in there real good. Back off so you don't get the sneeze on that. That's a half a cup of flour. Sometimes you may want to put a little more flour, but that's enough. Then I'm going to put 1 teaspoonful of cayenne pepper. It sounds like a lot, but it's not too much. And that's all I'm going to put to them. I'm not going to put no more than that. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoonful of garlic powder. That's the strange taste. You don't know what it is. Put that on there. Now, this is where he got me. He had smoked salt. Put a half a teaspoonful of smoked salt. That's all it took for this little 6 crab that we're going to cook right now. And then, of course, you got to put some salt on that, too. And seafood take a lot of salt. We got a half a teaspoonful, and I'm going to put a teaspoonful and a half. And that's 1 teaspoonful. If you don't believe me, I'm going to show you. 1 teaspoonful right there. I'm going to put another half. That's a half. I believe myself, so I'll put it in there. Now I'm going to shook this up. Shook it up real good, because I got so I can have it to put him. I'm put this out of the way so I don't spill nothing when I get them crabs going. And now what I'm doing is I just get this, what I got shook up good. Well, yeah, that color of that, it looks real nice and brown. There's real good color on that. Now we're going to put them crab on there. We put them all in there at one time. We got enough. And we shook them up good on this. See, there's a little dampness there, and if you get that too damp, the bag, but if you got 2 bags, it ain't gonna hurt nothing at all, some at all. Put them on there. Put this old bowl out of my way. Dry my hand a little bit, so I won't get them too full of chili powder and everything else. And I shook them up. Shook me along with it just at least a little bit. Then I've got this at 360 degrees, and he's shooking just at least a little bit more. Got him. There we go. Doesn't take him long to cook, no. See there? Just right. 360, 365. But be sure it's that hot. Put them in there and watch your hand, because that grease is hot. It'll burn you bad. They're frying pretty good. You ought to have most enough in there. I took a look on that to see if I got most enough. Not quite enough. I've got to put some more. Put about 3 or 2 more in there and let them cook. Keep these shook up right here, because that's enough in there, Randy. But I got to go wash that chili powder and hot pepper off my hand. Whew! I want to tell you, that gets hot. And you rub your eyeball with that on your hand, and it's just too bad. Wow! I tell you, you scratch your elbow, that'll burn. Get that off of there real quick. Now what we're gonna do, get my hand dried at least a little bit, we're gonna go back over there and fix some oyster chowder. Right now. Got everything fixed right here, ready to go. Move this a little bit that way. Put this here. And put this up here too. So I got everything at the same place where I need it all at one time. Now right here I got a pot, what I'm gonna make this oyster chowder in. I want to tell you something. You know, seeing them crab down cooking. The last time I cooked them, really had a good time. Was during football season. And I love the game of football. I really do. In fact, I coached it one year, and that's all we're going to say about that. And I've seen a lot of football fans in my lifetime. I really have. I've been to practically every major stadium in the United States and a lot of minor ones, too. And I've seen a lot of football fans. Every state has them at their favorite college and university. But I want to tell you something. The most rabid fan, the most devoted fan, the most devout, the most hydrophobic football fan in the world is a Louisiana Cajun who lives on the Mississippi River between Baton Rouge and New Orleans and the bayous of South Louisiana, who follow the tigers of LUS in Baton Rouge. They believe in those tigers so much they bet on the replay, I guarantee. And they broke us there a couple of times too, I want you to know. Now, I'm gonna put in this pan right here a half a cup of olive oil. That's 4 ounces of olive oil. Put that on there. It sounds good going out of that bottle there, I guarantee. And then, into this, got a good ring. I'm gonna put some onion. That's just 1 cup of those twin beds invention fruit. And a cup of celery, chopped. Real good. Frying already, that's good. Now I got some parsleys I'm gonna put on there. I'm gonna let that cook just at least a little bit. I got to, because before I put in the garlic. Now this potato, this is a cup of potato, but I've been fudging a little bit. I got some already fixed. They got to cook till they're tender before you put them into this chowder. Now I got to get this around. Boy, that chili powder got to me, I'll guarantee. I'm gonna cook these onions and these celery until they're clear, so you can see through them. And it won't be long doing that too, I'll tell you that for sure. But while I'm doing it, I better take a look at these crabs. They're most done. They are most done. So what I did, I let them drain at least a little bit, and then I'm gonna put them right in this. And put the rest of them in there to cook. Be just right, just exactly right. Come on there, come on there. That's good. That smells so good. You know, the best thing in the world you can do if you want to really get somebody hungry, just fry some onions and bacon in your house, you hear, and then don't feed them. They'll never spoke with you again. Guarantee, look out there. Oh. You see there? That is what you call being a safety man. Got it, let it drain a little bit. You see that little handle on there was up too far, and that's what made that thing do that, and that's bad. Now, put them on there on paper towel to drain, and then we're gonna haul off there and put some more on here to cook. Might shake them up a little bit more to be sure they're all right. Smell that until it's doing all right over there. Whew, go ahead on. Get that in there. These will fry while I'm finishing that oyster chowder. That chili powder's strong, yeah. One more. I nearly lost him. Put that down out of the way. Take one little look at that. Spread it real good. I got to wash that off my hand. It'd get to you. I'll tell you one thing you do, like that Cajun told me, to clear your sciences up, you hear? No, you guaranteed with them. No. Now I can go ahead and rub my eyes if I want to. I'm not going to get them hurt too bad with them hot pepper and chili powder. Okay? Now we're most ready to do the rest of this. Oh, yep, that's clear. That celery's getting clear. Onions clear. What I'm talking about clear is you can see through them. Now what I got to do is put the rest of this stuff together, what I got here. Before I do, I got a little juice there. I can put my garlic on there. That's a tablespoonful of garlic. Chop up real fine. Got 'em. We run that around in there with that other juice. Now, if you don't got a little juice, your garlic will get hard. You don't want that to happen? No. Now, what we're going to do, you'll never guess what that is. Southern wine. 1 cup of Southern wine. I'm going to put that in right here with this juice that I got right here of the oyster. That's good. Then I'm going to put 1 tablespoonful of soy sauce. You know, this is the base for all Worcestershire sauces. This right here is. And I want to tell you, it's good. Got that there? I'm going to put 1 teaspoonful of Louisiana hot sauce. Now, if you're going to use Tabasco sauce, it's made from Tabasco peppers. This is made from cayenne peppers. You use a half a teaspoonful because it's a little bit hotter. I want to be sure I get all of that. Then I'm going to put 2 teaspoonfuls of salt on this. That's 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to stir this because I don't want it to burn. No, you don't want that to happen. It's looking good. Looking just bon, how you call. That means just good. Yay, my goodness alive, yeah. It smells good. Oh, boy, but I'll tell you one thing. I want you to know that chili powder got me. Now I got it. And this right here is the juice from the oysters, and I washed them some more in some oysters, and I put that in there. It look like it's dirty, but it's not. There's nothing but juice from the oysters plus them soy sauce. Now I got a little more left in here. I want to be sure I put that too. Now right here, I got some potato. You see them potato? I'm going to put them in there right now. I don't want to miss none of that, no. All them potato go. We're going to put that, we bring all this to a boil. All this we're going to bring to a boil. We don't put them oysters in there. You notice I don't put them oysters in there? A lot of people say when you make oyster stew and things like that to just put the oysters and let them cook just a few minutes. No, this is going to cook 6 hours. Them oysters ain't never going to boil. I guarantee it's going to be good too. When I make oyster stew, I cook it overnight. But I just let it simmer. I don't ever put, I just put them in there like this, like I think they're supposed to go. Come on now and boil. What you got to do is boil. And I got to take this crab off too because they both did. Not quite. Now they are, I guarantee. You notice I got that thing down there where the thing's not going to did that to me. Like it did. Let those drain just at least a little bit there. I'm going to put them over here with the rest of these. Man, that smells good. Wow! Oh, gee, I'm going to get with that myself. Barbecued crab. They look barbecued too, don't they? Turn this off so it won't burn somebody. Now, this is just about to come brought itself to a boil. But while I'm here, I might just as well mix up a little something that I sometimes put in when I make a seafood sauce. I make all my own mustard, things like that to put in. This is dry mustard, all that is. And it's hot. When you put it with something else, it's hot, yeah. And what I use, half of, I use a whole jar of that. It's half mustard. You see that one got on there. And powdered horseradish. Whoo, hoo, hoo. And you talk about clear you sciences up, man. This will did it. You don't have to go to no doctor for that. You just get too much of this horseradish in something and you'll cry and your sciences will clear up and somebody think you lost your best friend and all that stuff. Whew, man. I guarantee. Now I'm gonna mix these dry ingredients real good so that they will mix up good when I put the other ingredient on that. And the only other ingredient I got here, I use wine vinegar you would call it, not knowing no better, you know. We put that, mix up these dry ingredients good. Now as you get this mixed up, you put it in a jar and cover it. You got to keep it covered. And see how pretty that's turning into something else there? Put this out of the way there. You see that it's getting real, changing color. And we put the wine vinegar in, it's gonna change color some more. But you got to mix this up good so that you can have an even mixture when you put the juice on it. Now we put the juice. We'll take this over there in case I get enough juice without shook, and I don't want to shook. Look out there now. See if that's enough. No, that's not enough. Be willing to bet. That's not enough. Now what you do when you make a red sauce, you take your ketchup and things like that, and you put a little of this in it to your own taste. And this is hot, hot, hot. And you keep it in your refrigerator with your top on it all the time. And you want to make it where it's kind of like a cream sauce. Because as it gets older, it gets drier. There isn't quite enough juice on there yet. Now this will be enough juice, I know. Not quite. No, that is. We'll close this back up. I don't want to knock it over on somebody. Put it back down there, and we're going to mix that up. Whew. There you go. That's mixed. We're going to put that in a jar, put the lid on it, and keep it in your ice box. Now, I got to put the oyster on this. Don't forget the oysters. You stand in your chowder because it done brought itself to a boil. You put that down on a simmer. Stir them in there good. Put the lid on it. And forget about it for 6 hours. Now, it just happened that I had some cook already. Ain't that nice? Whew. It's sorry, and it's good, yeah. Now, take this over here to the table. Put it there like that. Got some barbecue crab fixed already. But I can bring those I got too. They're ready too. Got them right there like that. Turn this oven off. Right quick. Now, There. Put that over there. We're going to stir this at least a little bit. Put some of them oyster chowder on this. Whoo, you talk about good. I guarantee that's good. I'm going to sit right down here and eat just at least a little bit of that with a little garlic bread and a little wine. Yes, sir. You talk about, and put a couple of them crab over here that's warm, hot. Put a little wine on this. Hi. Man. And taste that oyster chowder. It's been cooking 6 hours. Let me taste that, see if it came out all right. I mean, for true. Just fine. You know, when LUS went up to play that girls' school in South Bend, how they call Notre Dame, a bunch of us Cajuns got together and went up there too, and I never will forgot. We were riding on the bus, and we had a bunch of Cajuns from Lutcher and Gramercy and Paulina and Convent, and this is a true story. And this great big Cajun on the way out there held up 2 tickets on the bus and said, I got my tickets, I guarantee. Oh, I said, you brought your old lady? He said, no. She don't understood this game like me. I said, who you brought? I ain't gonna tell nobody. He said, I didn't brought nobody. These 2 tickets for me. I said, what in the world you gonna do with 2 tickets? He said, I'm going up in them game and I'm gonna yell like hell for them Tigers. And he ain't lying, no. And one of them Yankees gonna start a fight with me and I'm gonna fight him back. And they gonna throw me out of that stadium. I need this other ticket to get back in, I'll guarantee you.